welcome to my channel of anime reviews. My name is Antoinette Eastman. You can subscribe to my channel and upload podcasts, anime reviews. Also, to support me, you can get my book on Apple Books or Kindle called Madness of Silence, as well as my mom book that's available on Amazon. It's called The Girl Named Molly, written by Dolores Smith. So today I'm gonna continue to talk to you about the Great Ninja War, and I think where we last left off was the transformation of the Tentail and Obito becoming the Jinchuriki. So in this episode, you see Obito's transformation into the Tentails Cherokee. He kind of looks. I don't know how to describe how he looks. Kind of like a half human, half monster type. And on his back, you can see like the six sages symbols on his back. And also, like, I believe like when he did like the the transformation, like somehow like he ended up like in the barrier, inside the barrier where the tentacle was was trapped in. Because I remember last time was it four Hokages? All four of the past Leaf Hokages, like they had trapped the tentail in this orange barrier. So I believe when he somehow combined himself, he ended up he ended up inside of the barrier. They didn't exactly show it. You just saw him inside the barrier. And the first Hokage tried to um what did he do? I'm trying to remember because I have watched it a while back, so this is going to be to the best of my recollection. So the first Hokage brought down some of the seal gate on him, and he was able like to crack it wide open. And like kind of like within that same scene, like the you see some of the main characters, Hinata and Sakura. Was it Sakura? No, Sakura isn't there. Sakura is with Team 7 along with Naruto and Sasuke. Or did they split up? Like it gets so confusing because they've made like so many different parts to it, because I believe also in the last time I believe all three of the Team 7 are trained by legendary Sonic, so each of them have like those signature um summoning beasts that they've learned from their masters. So I believe Sakura had like split up her monsters to heal everyone, and she was also fighting um the beast. And I can't remember like from the last episode, but I think Naruto and Sakura probably not Naruto and Sakura, Naruto and Sasuke went further ahead on the front lines, and I think Sakura probably fell back to where the rest of the ninjas were. So she was back there with Hinata and Choji and the rest of them, and she asked what was going on. And Hinata has the Byakugan based on what she could have seen, because it was everything was like in a bunch of smoke. So from where the rest of the ninjas were, they couldn't see anything that was happening up front. So Hinata was able to tell her that the tail piece was incomplete, but was absorbed into Obito. Those weren't her exact words, but I'm like paraphrasing what she said. So after the Hokage, Toby broke the ceiling gate, and he ended up was able like to break through like the entire barrier. And so Obito was able to use the tentails power to like break through the barrier, but it didn't seem like he had like much control over the tentails. Um, cause I believe Naruto's dad like called out to him because he tried to attack him, and Obito said the way Obito like repeated like his name, it seemed like he like didn't have much consciousness, and it felt like the Tentail was trying to gain his intelligence back, kind of like the rest of the tail beasts, how intelligent they are and how good they are at speech. Like, um, we don't know much about the Tentail, so I don't know if in the beginning the Tentail like had like intelligence before and was able to reason. And as the fourth Hokage was about to attack, and he picked that up when he called out to Obito, he started. He did like he called out his he said he was gonna do a triple Raijin attack, and I was like thinking he's really big on names, like he's big on naming his attacks, and I'm kind of thinking like he died probably like around 24 or 21. I'm thinking he was like a young parent. So I think his first attack failed, and then the first Hokage, tried to like go in to help him, and then Madara decided like to jump in because he doesn't really care. Like, the only thing that he's like fixated on is his rematch between him and the first Hokage. That's the most exciting thing that's ever happened. Like, in Madara's point of view, like, Obito isn't like strong enough to maintain a tentail, and Obito is just like a distraction, and he can take back the tentails at any time, so he's not worried about that at all. And I'm like, that is some balls ass thinking that he got. So he's just gonna still stay focused on his battle with the first Hokage. So the first Hokage is not gonna catch a break from Madara because for years, he's been looking forward to this rematch fight. So in his second attempt, like before I continue, I wanted to say that like the Ten Tails um actions always just just seemed like they were like random attack, and I believe like they did show like the inside battle in that's what's happening inside with the Ten Tails and Tobito. Like the Ten Tails was kind of ripping apart like his inner sanity, and in order like to like kind of like slow the process, Madara had not Madara Obito had decided to attack himself like with one of the Ten Tails power in order to like regain control, because he kept saying Rin, and I think Rin was the last memory he was like holding on to, and eventually he was able like to regain himself. He was able to regain himself because while like that was happening, like he was having this inner battle, like, and he tried, and the fourth Hokage tried to like attack him. The Obito did try to launch an attack, and he just like in the midst of the attack, he swole and like into a walrus and just fell back down to the ground. And you can see that that's when they started showing his inner struggle. And I really believe like Obito's love for Rin is what's like keeping him right now. And a part of me like still like don't really understand like if he knew that I don't think he is properly mourned Rin. I don't think he's properly mourned Rin. And I don't think he ever properly mourned her, because that's one of the reasons why I believe that he is just like so fixated in having this Tsukino Project Tsukinomo um exists, is because he wants to be in a world where Rin is. And in a way that's kind of sad, because he just kind of wants to be asleep and just live in this obscure reality that he's created for himself, and that's not healthy. Not, I know, like when the person you love pass away, you do want to see them again, but you really shouldn't like. I don't think you should go through like such lengths in where you like have other people harm and just to see them again. I think not being able to balance your feelings what I'm trying to say is that I think Obito needs therapy for his grieving with Ren. And I can't remember because I've never watched further on in the episode a few years ago, but I do believe that he lost to Madara, and Madara eventually became the Jinchuriki. But I don't know how it I don't know if he had like a change of heart. I can't remember that far ahead, but I think he did lose to him. And Madara became the tentails Jinchuriki. And if I remember correctly, I'm going like way ahead of the episode. But if I remember correctly, when Project Tsukinomo had started, or before it had started, um, because like I said in the beginning, if you guys were listening to me in the beginning, that the reason I am going over the Great War is to find out some information that happened in Boruto, because Sasuke was investigating remnants of the war, and because I didn't finish Naruto Shippuden, like I'm kind of lost at like what exactly happened. Because I know there were like white setsus, but like some things that I was seeing in Boruto, like I didn't quite get. So I'm going back so I can like get everything. So I believe that guy. There was a guy that appeared to both Naruto and Sasuke, and I believe that guy gave Sasuke the Renegon Eye, and he gave Naruto some sort of powers. Well, I don't remember what it was, and I believe he said that it was his daughter that something about his daughter having a baby, and that because he was talking that of people like from the moon or something like that, and I think his daughter was the princess, and that the sixth sage is supposed to be from the moon. That's probably why he has all this power. I don't know if his daughter taught the baby to die, or if they abandoned the baby or something. But I'm still not sure how the tentails came about. I believe he explained it, but I don't remember. But the sixth sage was the one to defeat the tentail. So I'm thinking like, so when he like separated the tentail, and the tentail became just an empty husk, like sealed, that was sealed away. And I don't know, like after Madara, like after he died the first time, because he said like I remember him saying, and I may have mentioned this before, like after he died and he like in his last moments he gained the Renegon. I so I don't know if he like went back to the each like those words won't roll off my tongue. The Uchiha's temple to see more on the stone with the eyes, like about the tentails. I'm not sure. I think the stronger your visual paralysis is, the more you can read on the Uchiha stone tablet. So I think I've said it before. That's probably how Madara found out more about like the tentails, because the Uchiha kept records in history of the tentails and the Tsukunomo and like but I'd and I believe Madara wanted to do the Tsukunomo for his brother that died. But the thing is that he did had other siblings, but I guess his strongest connection was his last sibling that died. And like I said, these people, like these ninjas, they don't deal with their grief, so they're kind of like messed up in the head, like how they process things after like a grieving process, because they don't. I guess they don't know how like to talk about it. All right, where was I? So we're back in the All right. So after Obito like gained control over the tentails, I wouldn't say he gained control. I would say that he regained some of his control. Because I still believe in some ways that the tentails is still like hard for him to control, but I'm gonna say I haven't seen the other episode, but I'm gonna say for like a temporary experience like he did was able like to gain like a little bit of he was able to regain his sanity and was able to better control the tentails. And he decided like to do like another full scale attack. And I believe the second and the third Hokage had joined him. And I believe he directed his attack at Naruto and Sasuke. At the time, and I'm not sure what happened, but I believe the fourth Hokage was able to teleport them out of the area. And there was another attempt to attack him. But they were like separated during that attack. And Naruto used his Nine Tails arms to reach out to his father because the Hokage said that they had to be like in close proximity, not in close proximity, like he has to be like physically touching them in order to be able to transport anything. So Naruto like quick thinking and he was able to like reach out to his dad and with his Nine Tails arms and have them transported like from out of the way. And I believe his dad did get attacked and he was like freaking out. And Sasuke is like trying to remind like your dad is already dead. He's gonna be revived again. But I don't know, that has to be kind of weird, like to see your father come back to life and like just dying again in front of your eyes. Like that's like even though he died before, that has to be like rough to see. So I'm gonna have a little sympathy on Naruto because I know sometimes he does overreact to stuff. So the fourth Hokage's because this is like an ongoing assault at this point. Because they're trying to see like there's been like testing out like how to defeat Obito. So they've been doing like ongoing assault. So the fourth Hokage he did like a supersized shadow clone shuriken to split apart the tentails, and of course, the Jinchuriki just knocked it out of the park. I don't want to say continue saying Tentail Jinchuriki. I'm just gonna call him like the Tentail Man. So when I say the Tentail Man, just assume that I'm talking about Obito. So there, so the three Hokages are continuing like to do like their onslaught attack on Tentail Man, but like they're still not able like to do like any type of dent. But I believe the fourth Hokage was able to figure out that like certain attacks he can only do them within a certain time frame. So they were able to gain some information from that. So, and I think the final attack, that they tried, the final attack I believe they tried um, was the fourth Hokage. He he tried to redo his right gene attack, and he got like a taste, not a taste, sorry, he got like a tailed bomb like stuck to him. At least he thought he dodged it, because his last attempt of doing his right gene thing failed, and he got like, and he thought he avoided the ten tail bomb, and then he realized that the bomb was like stuck onto his back, and because he teleported himself back to Sasuke and Naruto, and just about as it was to like blow up, the episode ended there. That concludes I believe, what was it titled? It was titled the Ten-Tailed Chinchuriki. That was like the end of that episode. Which kind of just like keeps you in suspense because they didn't like conclude it or anything. So I'm hoping the next episode, like Naruto and Sasuke won't be blown up. Of course, like being that I've revealed that I've watched it in the future episode about what happened to about them meeting the grandfather of the first of the six Sage. So we can assume that he didn't die. They didn't die or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they evaded that attempt. And I can't remember, because I know the Naruto's father has half of the nine tails sealed in him. I don't know if Madara tried to steal it back, and I don't remember if they were able to merge back the nine tail into one being again. I can't remember. I feel like something along that line happened. I can't remember completely, but I'll watch the next episode and I'll tell you. We all know they survived, so I'll tell you how they evaded, and hopefully they like get to kick his ass. But from my recollection, I think they were able to reform him, and that's when Madara defeated him. So Yeah. So thanks for listening, you guys, and I'll see you again. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel on Apple Podcasts and become a subscriber and support my channel. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.